Grief has now turned to anger at police over why they took so long to storm a Texas school where a gunman was on the loose. 19 children and 2 teachers were murdered. The community today coming together to mourn.
Oh, my cousin.
Tears and prayers, consoling one another through an unimaginable pain. "19 young, innocent lives taken in a grade 4 classroom. Among them, 10-year-old Amarie Garza, who tried to save her friends.
I got confirmation from 2 of the students in her classroom that she was just trying to call authorities. And I guess he just shot her. How do you look at this girl and shoot her? Oh, my baby, how do you shoot my baby? Oh, I'm sorry.
10-year-old Jose Flores loved baseball and his siblings. Lexi Rubio received a Good Citizen Award hours before she was killed.
All I can hope is that she's just not a number. Hopefully something gets resolved. That's all we ask.
Isaiah Garcia, described as a great kid who loved video games. Today, their friends returned to the scene with flowers and tributes, the community rallying around those who survived.
Some of my friends passed away.
Katerina was supposed to be in that classroom, but asked her mum to go home early.
I just keep thanking God that I took her when I did.
Uvalde is the kind of town where everybody knows everybody, but right now they're hurting, they feel helpless. It is too soon to make any sense of this tragedy and they don't have the answers, but what they do have is each other and their faith.
Their love is a gift that parents get to unwrap every single day. Parents in Uvalde had that gift taken away from them. Stolen by a demented person.
Salvador Ramos legally purchased 2 AR-15 assault rifles and 375 rounds of ammunition last week. His grandfather describing him as a quiet loner who dropped out of school.
I didn't know he had weapons or nothing or this or that there. If I would have known, I would have reported him.
Officials say he had no known history of mental health issues. The only warnings, Facebook posts by Ramos 30 minutes before the massacre. "I'm going to shoot my grandmother. I shot my grandmother. And finally, I'm going to shoot an elementary school." Also text messaging his plans to a teenage girl in Germany, moments before police received their first call to the scene. Texas officials attempting to shift the focus away from gun laws.
Having one door that goes in and out of the school, having armed police officers at that one door.
It could have been worse. It is a fact that because of their quick response, getting on the scene, being able to respond to the gunman and eliminate the gunman, they were able to save lives.
Sparking a furious reproach.
Governor, I have to say something.
Sit down.
You're out of line and an embarrassment.
Interrupted by a former congressman who's running for governor.
I can't believe you're a sick son of a bitch that would come to a deal like this to make a political issue.
Escorted from the building. Passion and politics on display in the nation's capital too. Democrats proposing legislation to tighten background checks.
Please, 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 damn it. Put yourself in the shoes of these parents for once.
Republicans won't budge.
All I can say is that the Second Amendment is part of our Constitution.
Hamstrung by Congress, the US president will visit Uvalde in the coming days, where he can offer only words.
Where's the backbone? Where's the courage to stand up to a very powerful lobby?
The National Rifle Association pushing ahead with its annual convention in Texas on Saturday, vowing to pray for the victims, recognise our patriotic members and pledge to redouble our commitment to making our schools secure. In the midst of so much pain, the healing tonight only just beginning.
Everybody's connected to someone who lost somebody's life or the person who took the life. It's chaotic.
9 Sophie Walsh is in Uvalde for us this evening. Sophie, there are questions about the police response tonight.
Yes, Pete, there's growing anger. They didn't act quickly enough. Video has emerged of frantic parents screaming at officers to barge into that classroom as the shooter rampaged inside. Salvador Ramos barricaded himself in there for up to an hour before law enforcement forced their way in, shooting him dead. One father whose daughter was killed said he and other parents pleaded with police to charge in sooner to save their children. There are reports tonight a tactical team couldn't break through the locked door until a staff member gave them a master key. Tonight outside the school, tributes are growing. 21 white crosses for the 21 lives lost. Pete.
Sophie, thank you.
For breaking news, turn to Peter Overton, nightly at 6.
What happened in Uvalde is a horrific tragedy that cannot be tolerated in the state of Texas. And there is swift action being taken by local law enforcement as well as the Texas Department of Public Safety. The shooter was Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde.
Since we left shoot around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly Black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California. And now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of the, I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. So I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight, but I want every person here, every person listening to this to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this. We can't sit here and just read about it and go, well, let's have a moment of silence. Yeah, go Dubs, you know, come on Mavs, let's go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go play a basketball game. And 50 senators in Washington are going to hold us hostage. You realize that 90% of Americans, regardless of political party, want background check, universal background check. 90% of us, we are being held hostage by 50 senators in Washington who refuse to even put it to a vote, despite what we, the American people, want. They won't vote on it because they want to hold on to their own power. It's pathetic. I've had enough.